I want to bring in Brit Hume, Fox News senior political analyst. Now, you've said this election all along, Brit, would be about the economy. Britain leaving the EU certainly will hurt the economy short term. We see what's happening with the stock market. Do you think, in a way, that actually will help Donald Trump as well?
Well, if the economy has a real downturn, in other words, if the economy, the real economy ends up reflecting the short-term market swings, yeah, it always helps the out party when the in party, you know, when the in party has the government and the economy turns south. That's about as basic in politics as you can get. It's by no means clear to me, however, that this Brexit vote signals a downturn in the U.S. economy. Who knows how this is going to turn? It's going to take years, so we won't know for a while.
Although we're seeing some significant damage in bank stocks on both sides of the Atlantic, and you know that was the epicenter of the financial crisis last time. If you've got a bank stock down 25% Friday, 25% today, you know, is that a proxy for the overall economy?
No, I don't think so. No, I really don't. What I think is that if there's one thing financial markets hate, it's uncertainty. And the Brexit vote, apparently unexpected in financial quarters, has introduced a significant element of uncertainty. Nobody knows for sure whether the UK will be able to recreate the trading arrangements and the trade treaties that it has had with the UK when it has to go do it on a country-by-country basis. I don't think there's any reason to expect this to spill over into the U.S. economy in any lasting way. That doesn't mean that we're not headed for a downturn, because there are all kinds of other negative signals in U.S. markets that we've seen. You know, weak second quarter growth and the rest of it. So we may yet be headed for a downturn, but I'm not sure Brexit would be the cause.
So let's talk about that for a minute. Then the U.S.-centric economy, that last jobs report, I think it was 38,000 jobs, 25,000 in the private sector. It doesn't get any worse than that. Certainly, you know, the worst since the period where we're melting down. Maybe it's a good base for the Dems to build off, but those kind of numbers are shocking, and I'm really surprised that Donald Trump's overall numbers haven't gone up, although he does win overwhelmingly when people are asked specifically about the economy.
That's right. That's an issue that's very strong for him. People reflexively, seemingly, respond to the fact that, you know, this businessman who seems to have been very successful and is very rich would better manage the economy than somebody like Hillary Clinton, most of whose money was accumulated by making speeches after her husband left office. And I think that's, you know, that advantage is likely to persist. That doesn't mean, however, that when it gets down to it, people will vote for him.
You know, Britt, I know we were going to talk about the economic aspects of this, but there's one concurring theme from the left over and over again, and that's that Donald Trump is somehow, you know, he's a bigot, he's a racist, he doesn't like women. And then we heard it again this week with Michael Eric Dyson on ABC this week, actually saying that when he hears the term elitism, because we talk about it a lot, there's a clear rejection of it in the UK, that it's actually a red herring. And for Donald Trump, it amplifies the worst instincts in this country, a nationalism that's really a white racist supremacist nationalism. What do you make of that?
That's the kind of thing we've come to expect from Michael Eric Dyson. Yeah. I think I don't buy it. You know, if you get out among the people and talk to them about what they're worried about, they're perfectly rational concerns about lost jobs, lower wages, or no raises anyway. There's worry about immigration for reasons other than xenophobia. I think to look at it that way is to see that's what happens when you see everything through a particular prism. In this case, it's the prism of race. And pretty soon, you reach the point where everything is caused by race or racial animosity. And I think that's what's happened here.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. And I'd love to hear just how these candidates are going to bring all of Americans to a better place, and instead of all this other stuff. I really hope we could get there before now in November.
Yeah, I think we all hope that.
All right, Britt, thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Charles.